The Mujtahids, they're the top brilliant minds of the Shia world, and that's what qualifies them to become the marja. And they're intelligent enough to be able to investigate, to inquire, to contact, and to consult with the experts in the field, understand the nature of the problem, and then go back to the Qur'an and to the Hadith and to the principles of deduction and come up with God's law.
These days, there is an attempt on a global level to weaken this main source of survival of the Shia community by attacking the whole structure of the leadership of the ulama, the Mujtahidin and the fuqaha. And it's not only done from outside. Unfortunately, we have people even within. There are trends in Pakistan and other areas, so-called akhbaris, or akhbarism, where they say, we don't want to follow any fallible human being. We only follow a masoom imam.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
One of the issues these days we hear quite a lot from different circles and with different backgrounds and different motives is this whole issue of, the issue of Taqlid and ijtihad. It's being presented as this is a new bid'ah. They say, this didn't exist more than 200 years ago. And this is, something which has been invented by the ulama. And I say, okay, tell me when you have a situation now, do you have access to the imam at the moment? You don't have. So you are saying that during the time of the ghaibat of the imam, you don't have the access to the imam. Either they left a system for you to seek guidance, or they left you without guide. There are only two choices there. When you look at the era of the Prophet, or even Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Zainul Abidin, all the way to the 11th Imam's time, you will see that all these Imams and even the Prophet had ashab and companions. But the companions were not of the same level. Vast majority were just companions and followers. They were the lay audience, the lay people. But there were some among the companions who were very close to the Imams of their times, where they spend time learning from the Imam and be trained by the Imam. And the difference is that when a layman would come to an Imam and ask a question, this is my situation, what do I do? Imam will just say, okay, do this and that. The way that you get the answer from the Maraji, you ask a question, they say, okay, this is what you should do. But then there are some companions who actually, when they ask questions, Imam does not only say what you do, he actually explains to them. And then there will be a follow-up question. Imam, why? What is the basis for it? And this is where Imam goes into more, details of explaining the evidence or the dalil for their statement in order to not only educate but also train those companions. And so many Shias would go to the Imam, whether it's the 6th Imam or 7th or 8th or 9th, and they will ask the Imam that sometimes we find ourselves in situations that we don't know the ruling. What do we do at that time? This is where it's interesting, not one, two, many examples, where the Imams at that time will say, you come from Qum, why don't you go to this person? Zakaria bin Adam, for example. He is of your region. Go to him because he knows our ilm. He has been trained by us. And so there are many examples where we see that the Imams ask their own followers to go and refer to the ulama among them while the masoom is alive and present, not ghaib. So this issue of asking a less learned person to go and refer and seek guidance from more learned, reliable, that's the main thing. That they should be from the community, they should be familiar with the ulum and the knowledge of the Ahlul Bayt, and they should be trustworthy, reliable, character-wise. And so the point that I wanted to mention here is that this process of training the special companions to become the ulama during the era of the presence of the Imam. Huzur Imam ke zamane mein. This is a very important point. That the Masoom is Hazir, but not all Shias have access to him. And so they are being told that go and refer to those ulama who are reliable and trustworthy among us. If that is the case in the case of the Huzur of the Imam, what will happen in the Ghaibat of the Imam? That will be the norm. And this has been there from day one till now. Whether you look for, the word Taqlid or not, or Ijtihad or not, these are the words that we have now, just defined to make that concept, which was an old concept, very simple. It is just like, you're going to ask any Shia, what is Usuluddin? Every Shia, man, woman, child, everybody knows. Usuluddin and Furuddin. Show me any hadith which defines this as Usuluddin. Show me a single hadith of the Masoom where they say Usuluddin are 5. Or Furuddin are 10. The word Usuluddin has been invented by the ulama to explain that these are the roots of our religion. This is the foundation of our religion. What are the foundation of our religion? Tawheed, Adl, Nubuwwat, Imamat and Qiyamat. Tawheed you will see in Hadith and Qur'an. Adl you will see in Qur'an and Hadith. Nubuwwat you will find in Qur'an and Hadith. Imamat you will see in Qur'an and Hadith. Qiyamat you will see in the Qur'an and Hadith. But the term Usuluddin is not there. So somebody comes and says, Usuluddin, ulama invented it, this is something new. No, this term has just been used to explain the importance of these 5 concepts, which are the most early and the original concept of deen. So sometimes, people get confused, Taqlid, it wasn't there during those days. Well, the practice was there, the concept was there. It is a very commonsensical issue even before Islam. Somebody who didn't know, wanted to build a house, didn't know how to build a house, what will he do? He will go and ask somebody who knows how to build. So even before Islam, this is a very nonsensical, commonsensical issue. So you don't go after these words, and this is where they confuse people and say, this is all new things invented by the ulama. No. This is part of the seerah of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد